Guys, you remember Burna Boy had obviously gone ahead to diss very many people in Africa. He could put out any statement at a show in Africa anytime he wanted, right? But when it came to the Western world, and Burna Boy came up and obviously chased away a couple out of his show that they are not enjoying, and he was like, you go home and sleep because you feel like you're not enjoying my concert. He got what we call a lashback, because this couple was mourning the death, I think, of their child. You get? So Burna Boy saw people not buying tickets for his show. And for the very first time, I saw Burna Boy eating what you call a humble pie. He apologized to the couple and to the people that felt agitated for his words. Welcome to the Afrobeats gallery. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And we are here to obviously see to it that you guys continue to subscribe because we want to hit 500 subscribers, and you know the duels. After subscribing, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time we upload a video onto this channel. Now, this time around, he was in Toronto and people turned out in large numbers. And guess what? The African giant stepped up and he did what he does best. And what does he do best? Here it is.
I try to do this right now. Why am I saying poison? No, that still sounds like my ladies. When I say why am I saying poison, I'm like, saying poison. Why am I saying If you don't get to if you don't get I can't really hear you because my ears are. Since 1947, if my back of a settle, you be what I forget to. Must have been little on your phone, let that go. Let us go. No one let it go. As I get checked it out, Tuesday, Wednesday, as long as you're the little bit of oh,
All right. That has been the performance of the African giant, right? And you've gone ahead to witness it very well. He was in Toronto, and after stooping low, knowing that the local people are his bosses, now they are in tune with him and they are backing his concerts to support the African giant. Into the comment section below is where I send you. Do you think Burna Boy will ever insult people again? Especially his fans? All that and more into the comment section below. And I had forgotten that he first apologized after coming out and dissing Afrobeats. He was like, there is nothing like Afrobeats, And the likes of Davidos, the Don Jazzy's, the Wizkids came up and obviously said, what's wrong with this man? Does he know the time we've invested to put Afrobeats where it is right now? You get? And I think this particular year, Burna Boy came up and apologized. And I think that was when he was really doing the podcasts and interviews after he released his album. You get? And what was it called? I've even forgotten its name. But there is one popular song that I know of his album. It's known as Love. Bye-bye for now.